Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Reverend Tiffany White Sage Woman, and I'm very pleased to be with each and every one of you this evening on a new location through a new live streaming platform. And I know that it's, change sometimes, right? Can be a little challenging. So I have welcomed 2020 by accepting all of the changes that have been presented to me just in the last couple of days. That whole push of get out of your comfort zone. So I'm going to give a few moments for those who are maybe still coming in. Give them a little bit of time to come in for just one moment. And welcome everyone, and thank you. And I'm glad that you are joining us today. All right, or this evening, I should say. But anyway, well, okay. Just taking a deep breath here. There's a lot of energy that keeps flooding in. So, all right. So, how has everyone been? This is the second show of 2020. And how has everyone's last week gone? So hello, Marie. Hello, Chris. And I'm sure we got more people that's going to be coming in. We could always know who actually reads when you post. Who actually reads the instructions instead of, oh, this is what we normally do, right? So it's I know that whole change thing, like I said. So we're no longer streaming live through Facebook or YouTube channel. It is being streamed live through Crowdcast now. And all that is required is that you just enter an email and your name to join. There's no sign up. There's nothing else like that you have to do. And we're also streaming live through Periscope as well. So let's see. My head is cut off. Huh. Okay, on my phone. I'm not sure how can you turn your phone? And I just wanted to let you know that the links work really good on for any mobile device. If you were to click even into Crowdcast doesn't have a app for the for the Droid phone, because if you click on the link, it's supposed to work. They do have a special app for iPhone users, though. But I'm not sure. Maybe can you turn your phone, Chris, and see what it looks like? Can you turn your phone? Because what I'm being shown for my camera-wise is that it's good. It's okay. It's good. So let me just do another check here and see if we are going. Let's see how that looks. I'm just trying to check real quick. See, then you're totally gone. Might have to go to the computer. Yeah, I know that's what's kind of hard too, right? Sometimes our mobile devices can give us a hard time. So I'm trying to see too what you are seeing. Okay. Then I can't see it either. So, all right. Take deep breaths. So, Marie, the past last week has had such low energy, just no motivation, crazy weird dreams that made no sense. Yeah, I've noticed that too. The dreams have just intensified and they make no sense whatsoever. It's like, okay. That's fine. It's like taking so many different aspects of your life and mushing them all together where they don't make sense. People that aren't related to each other, situations that aren't related to each other. It's pretty wild, huh? So it's just try to. I know it's like, all right, if there's messages here for me, it will come through. If not, I'm not going to sit here and try to be distracted by what the meaning of it was, even if it just seemed like there was it made no sense whatsoever. So, Chris, it's when the chat window is open. Oh, okay, right. Yes, that makes total sense now that you say that, because I'm of course streaming and viewing this from a PC where there's a lot of room, but I believe on a mobile device, if you open the chat, it will share that screen. Maybe share a little bit more if you're watching from a tablet, but most definitely on a mobile phone, I'm sure it may, really want to take the space, right? Okay. Hello, Robin. Thank you for finding us the new location. And so I like this. This is just everyone hits here, can chat. We can see each other, and I don't have to take care of 3 or 4 different chats. So it's supposed to be streaming live through Periscope as well, but I'm not sure about that, if it's doing that or not. But hey, at least you guys found this show, and it will be uploaded to Facebook and YouTube another time. But for those of you watching, you will have access, of course, to the recorded show in so many different locations. And thank you for joining. And plus, you have the honor of sitting in Sacred Circle with each and every one of us. Hello, Wendy. Good evening. You found us. Yay! Maureen made it. Yes, I was just trying to just babble, chit-chat for a few minutes and made sure everyone made it. And that's why I posted another link, just a little reminder, because we get used to, I'm going to go here and watch the show, right? So it's completely dragged out of the comfort zone this weekend with productions kind of stuff. And so it's made me kind of scramble and go, you know what? Not really scramble. They were showing me, my angels, my angelic committee was showing me there's a better streaming option out there. I would have never looked because I was comfortable. So we did a live stream yesterday for Goldylocks Productions Patreon patrons, and we had a whole bunch of issues. And this is where, that opened my eyes, shook me up, pushed me out of my comfort zone last night, and then this morning, and then I spent, it was very easy. I knew this is what they wanted me to do because I found it right away. This is the place, and look at all these options, and it was just so much better. And I said, okay, all right, let's do it. And it's funny because at first I'm like, well, do I just do it the same old way? And we'll just start this next week. And it's like, no, you know what, Tiffany, let's just jump right in. So here we are, jumping right in. And glad you put the second message. I know, right? That's why people are used to the format of how I post the show, the promo for it, and they may just think, it's just going to be right here. So that's why I'd like, let me say it separately that it's not going to stream here. So, and with the link so that you could get right to it. So it's so easy. Like I said, when we get used to something, right, then it changes, and it may take us, wait a minute, what happened? But let me tell you, 2020, all right, this, in numerology, we know, I think we've talked about this before, if you drop the zeros, because numerology uses 1 to 9, okay? And 2020, drop the zeros is, and 2 plus 2 is 4. So this is a 4 vibration year. Very great energy with that. But 2 and 2 together, 22, it's a master builder year. All right. Chris. Hi, puppies. Hi, Bob. Welcome, Bob. Thank you for joining. So this is a master builder year. So remember how last year, and maybe even some of us probably started purging in 2018, but most definitely last year was the year of getting rid of stuff, finalizing, wrapping things up, so that it's probably like clearing that space, clearing that foundation, so that this year, we are building. We have offloaded stuff that no longer serves us, and we are building, and going up. And more like, I would say, it's almost like this beautiful merging of our physical body and the light body. That's the easiest how they explained it to me so that we can make sense, make sense of it all. So, all right. Thank you for that information, Chris. Thank you. For those that are watching on a mobile device, if you click the chat, you can put your message in, then click the chat button again to see you. Okay, yay. All right, great. Thank you so much for that. For those who are watching through the Crowdcast stream on a mobile device, so thank you. And hello, Sarah and Anthony and Austin. Thank you all for joining in a new location. So it's I find that it's just gonna step it up. You may not notice on your end, but I notice on my end the changes, and I'm really liking it. So with this new platform, so to speak, for broadcasting, so just makes it easier. Like I said, the chat all in one place. So I really like that. So it'll seem like I'm so distracted. And my angelic committee is just so patient, because it was like, I'm, channeling information, and when those that are new to this show, I mean, my angelic committee, I'm talking about, of course, the spirit guides, the angels, our star teachers, the Intergalactic Council of Light. So it's when you allow this channeling to come through, and it's kind of crowded, and so you're just allowing it to come through, and then it's at the same time, it's a multitask. All right, now I have to take care of production stuff too, which is fine. I can do this. It's great. But things that can make it help just streamline more, and that's how I know it's going to be intense. That we're going to do some really deep channelings going to occur when they want me to just focus on that. So I just, I would just continue to be amazed every day. And I hope that you do too. I hope that you look at the good that's going on, because I know that right now our news feeds and social media are just the news, which I hope you're not watching local news or just the news channel all day long. It can seem rather depressing. And yes, Sarah, change is good. It absolutely is good. And it's very much needed. And so we're going to, this is what I wanted to say too, is make sure you get your healing crystals. Those that have Lemurian star seeds, get your Lemurian star seeds. A crystal, it could be clear quartz, amethyst, citrine. Please, about this size or bigger. It can be a big one too, doesn't matter. The only thing I wouldn't suggest is anything so small like a little tumbled stone. No, let's go with the actual crystals. Even if you have a huge gemstone, and when I'm talking about like gemstones are the ones that aren't crystalline as far as you can see through it. You can kind of like, this just looks like a crystal, looks like a gem. All right. So nothing like really dark that you can't see through it. So, and like I said, the most powerful ones are the clear quartz, the Lemurian starseed, the amethyst, citrine. You get the idea by now what I'm talking about. Smoky quartz is another one that a lot of favorite from people. Even what was powerful too is no. Now as I'm getting ready to say that, they're like no, so never mind. Okay. Never mind. All right, y'all get the idea, and y'all done this before. All right, so hello, Amy. Yay, you found us. So get your healing crystals, and specifically your healing crystals. Now, we can have crystals for channeling. I have this beautiful, I love this crystal for channeling only, but for healing, I use my Lemurian starseed. When it's healing of the earth, when it's healing for other people, I use different crystals. But Lemurian seed crystals were made by the Lemurians and planted into the earth's crust originally for healing of the earth. So we're going to heal the whole world tonight. We're going to do a little healing. We're going to do some more. And we're just going to do the whole world as a whole, because right now we've got so many places that is shifting and changing too, right? And I think a volcano erupted in the Philippines today. So it's, hello, we've got a lot of stuff going on. And we just have to stay in our love. We have to stay in that space and just send love and light out in all directions through our sacred heart center. All right, and then spread it out. And I know a lot of us, we were hardwired with the whole doing, but we are human beings. And if we be in that state of love, that's more powerful than anything we can do, especially when it's outside our own community. So we are going to do a healing that's going to start with right where you are, out into your neighbors, your neighborhood, your community, and then further and further. And we're going to do that in just a little bit. I feel our energy in the circle building up already. It's like, whoo, because for me, when I get a lot of energy, I start burping. So, I guess it could be worse. It could be farting instead. So let me stop. All right. So I'll take the burping. I've heard some people hiccup or they yawn or they do, something different as far as like the energy, how it moves through them. I know, so my youngest son, he can't be still. He starts to sway left to right, left to right, left to right. So it's really interesting how to see the energy that moves through people as it, is going through. And it's not that they're fidgety. It's almost, okay, maybe it is fidgety to some degree. But it's more like a rhythm. Those that are with feeling that energy and going with that flow, it's more like a rhythmic type of move. So you can definitely tell. Children most definitely display this rhythmic type of movement, and they're just riding those energy waves, which is just really beautiful to watch. So yeah, and animals can do it too. But yeah, beautiful channels of the energy. All right. And so it's, let's talk a little bit more about, what do you want me to talk about here? On top of everything that's going on with the natural disasters, we have this beautiful conjunction that's happening, this alignment. And I've heard different things, about which 5 planets are in alignment. I've been told Sun, and I know Sun's not a planet, but it is a star. There's the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. Pluto is still a planet. Hello, people. If it affects us energetically, you better not be counting that out. So, and then I've heard some people mix it up, or astrologers or someone else say, not the Sun, but Venus to the mix. So whatever 5 it is, just know that, but it would make sense. It's all in alignment with the Sun. So it's, we have this going on too, in this alignment. And then Saturn and Pluto, right? Saturn and Pluto conjunction, this type of thing that's going on. And we'll talk a little bit about that. It's the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that seers were talking about, not just seers, astrologers, and everyone were talking about years ago about this lineup. And this is the energy that we're in right now. And so maybe I should go over that first before, okay. So it's me negotiating with, should we talk about this? No, letting this information just come through. All right. So that's what we'll talk about first then, is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, for those of you maybe who do not know this or aren't familiar with it. And I wasn't, I have to tell you, and I was guided to this. Now, this is actually from a blog or a website. It's called Clear Light Astrology. And what's interesting about this blog post is that it was posted in 2018. It was posted in the fall of 2018, 2 years ago, almost, about a year and a half ago. All right. So, and this is, I'm going to read a little bit of this to you. All right. And again, that's from Clear Light Astrology. So in less than 2 years' time, and we are here, we have arrived. We are witnessing a major stellium in Capricorn, which will consist of the Sun, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto. So the last time there was a major stellium in Capricorn was the year 1990 and lasted until about 1992. Interestingly, for me personally, and I want y'all to think about what happened in 1990. For me, interestingly, 1990 was very powerful. That was when I got married and lasted until about 1992. And in those 2 years, was married and had 2 kids. Woohoo! Oh, anyway. So, how was that for you? How was your 90 to 92? All right. It's just funny to things that we take note of and go, wow. And that is changing. All right. Anyway, this is significant in many ways because it will involve a major change in the cycle, globally as well as on a personal level. So we are really experiencing this globally now, right? Personal level, I feel like we were really leading up to it last year into now. The main part of this event that is particularly interesting is to dissect the conjunction between Saturn and Pluto. This happens approximately every 38 years, which makes the last time this happened in November 1982 at 27 degrees Libra. 1982. Wow. I was in high school. I can't even. Those days were a blur. No. I know, let me stop. Okay. So Saturn wants to inhibit when it touches in order to reconstruct any faulty parts that weren't planned and to rebuild thoroughly. Master builder. So on the other hand, Pluto wants to break things down in an extreme manner to shake our perspective in order to rise above like a phoenix out of the ashes. Phoenix out of the ashes, as well as bringing up anything that has been suppressed or hidden. All the energy that the earth has been holding and is being expressed. Volcanoes, fires. So this combination results in a dramatic yet needed period of earthquakes, just anything else, right? We will see the reckoning of Saturn with the purging of Pluto. There is anticipation for changes to natural resources, the banking system, and the regional world leadership. Oh, we are already seeing that happen, right? The pot has already been stirred with the whole world leadership. Right. This conjunction suggests a time of waning and annihilation when irreversible damage to the current establishment and status quo will be imposed, which will lead to a major shift in power. I feel this will pave the way for when Pluto will enter Aquarius too. Okay. Now, Saturn rules all things old, and Pluto rules the death of a cycle. So when conjunction indicates a major crisis, that will intensify the demise of current systems as well as social changing, society changing, and upheaval, and the death of the old ways, which will be groundbreaking. When there is uproar due to a demand in the change of a system, this usually results in strikes, protests, marches, boycotting products or services. In saying all of this, of course, affects certain countries more than others due to the country's own natal chart. Thus, needing to see what aspects this transition will be making to the points in their chart. But a ripple effect will occur just as any major global event does, and we already are feeling this ripple effect. So when we look in retrospect, we're just going to observe, looking back, not reliving, okay, at previous Saturn-Pluto cycles. We see huge shifts in the world that has happened when this occurred. The conjunction in October 1914 around World War I had a global conflict involving the Ottoman Empire, the Russian monarchy, as well as the Austro-Hungarian Empire, which led to the redrawing of natural borders within Europe. So to reiterate, the theme of this Saturn-Pluto conjunction involves breaking free from the structures of unreliable foundations. Tearing down and rebuilding. Master builder. This flow towards change will principally be led by those who are destined to be political activists and who are serious about changing the corruption in governments so that these outdated systems can be overturned in order for new ones who can be brought in. So not everyone in politics is bad. We do have light beings embedded everywhere, you know, and wherever there's corruption, you know that there are light beings. You think your mission's hard. These souls must have a really hard mission, but they are set for it, to sit there and be right in the middle of all those that oppose. But you know what, though? It's not alone anymore. There's more and more. What they're showing me is that more and more of these beings who are showing up and coming together and connecting and finding their sacred circle and having their voice, and they're just doing it. All right. We can expect rebellion, which we've already seen, both on a personal level, individuals reinventing themselves and leaving workplaces, as well as on a collective whole, protests throughout the world demanding or even taking change. Oh, hello, puppy. So now, let's fast forward a little bit to what we can expect in April. In April 2020, we will observe Jupiter transiting close to Pluto to conjoin him, which will inevitably add momentum and drama to those influences. This is because Jupiter will expand everything it touches. So April, drama time. The conjunction of the dwarf and giant will seem like a clash, but both actually are symbolic for ambition in order to grow with affluence. So Jupiter-Pluto cycles tend to work on a material level so that the ambition can be increased for greater abundance and development, which will lead through to the spiritual level, which then reflect a deeper desire for the truth, the divine truth. Pluto wants us to explore the dark side of any issue it becomes involved with so that we can continue on our path to enlightenment. This can also mean that it will burst any over-the-top Jupiterian idealism or excessiveness that is unnecessary, which will lead to sharp fluctuations between inflation and deflation. So the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction tends to expose any false prophets, such as leaders who preach ethical standards but aren't prepared to act upon what they say. So this will be a refreshing sequel after the exact conjunction of Saturn and Pluto. Woo, again, that is clearlightastrology.com. Wow. Powerful stuff, right? This is what we're in the middle of it. This is happening. Here we go. Woo, Chris, 1990, I bought a beach cabin. Was a big deal for me. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it is a big deal. That's beautiful. So this is what we have going on around us, and even to look forward in April. And so it's just stay grounded, stay centered, stay true to who you are. All of you I know that's sitting in this sacred circle are very powerful with your intuition, very powerful healers. And you have already found your soul family, so to speak, all of those, your soul family, your spiritual family, all those that you're connecting with. And these circles, the sacred circles, are getting more and more powerful and just vibrating so much faster now and so much more intense. And it's a beautiful, beautiful feeling. And this will help us all. As we come together and as we build this stronger connection And as we continue on our ascension, we help everyone else just by us doing that. We pull them, those that want to join in. All right. And so let me get something to drink here. Excuse me. Stay hydrated. So we're going to notice a lot more. And we feel that through our bodies. It's important even more than ever to make sure that you're having journals, that you're writing journals, how you're feeling, and just writing everything down. Know that you've come a long way. If you read, or this is why I ask you, what did you do in the past at this particular time? Because if we just even think back 10 years from now, 10 years ago, wow, what changes? We're not that same person anymore. And you go back any further and you're just like, wow. And when we were purging, maybe some uncomfortable memories came up that was like, oh, I can't even believe I did that. Or I can't believe, but you know what? Stop. Give gratitude to that experience, even if you felt like it was just, wow, what happened? I was completely brainless. Or I can't believe I did this or did that. You know what? That's okay. Give gratitude for that experience because that helped you to be who you are now, right where you are right now, and just let it go. You're not that same person at all. All right? And that's good. That's a very good thing. Yay! All right. So I hope that you have prepared to get your crystals so we can do this healing. And I'm trying to see if they're ready yet. Do we do this or what do you want to do here? Anything else? Yeah. All right. So before we get into, and I'm letting you see, being a little bit more transparent of my communicating too, my channeling. So it's they just want, before we start this healing, a little bit of information as far as, all right, prayer is powerful. Prayer is powerful. Just pray for healing and harmonious alignment for the world. Plain and simple, that's it. Don't try to dictate how you think something, someone, someplace, a situation needs to heal. All right. Example given. Praying for rain to Australia when the fires were going. Was that the highest and greatest for Mother Earth? Now for the fire. Now know that fire represents cleansing, represents rebirth. It's a cleansing. And what fuels fire, humanity and emotions wise, is anger, our anger. So if we get angry about these things, we feed that fire, we fuel it, right? And know that it's also, like I stated before, that Mother Earth, or Lady Gaia, was purging her anger that had sunk into the soil. It's coming up. So all that anger from thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years, over 10,000 years in darkness. That's a lot of years. That's a lot of soaking in, isn't it? All right. So it's purging. We don't want to stop the purging process. We don't want to manipulate it. I know the intention is good, but let me spin it this way. What if someone came up and gave you, or like you won money. Let's just say you won money. And I'll explain this in a moment why I'm using money. And say you won like $50,000. But they didn't just give it to you to use to how you know you could use it. It came with, we want you to spend it this way, without even knowing your needs and your wants or anything like that, right? Without knowing your situation. Well, that's not very fair. Is that helpful? They're going to give you this money with strings attached, pretty much, with stipulations. Money is energy. Healing is energy. It's an energy exchange. So when we're giving, oh yes, the intention is to heal. We want to send healing to Australia. Let's just send some rain. But if that's not from Mother Gaia, or, you know, Mother Earth, Lady Gaia's highest and greatest, don't do that. You don't know what she needs. She maybe needs to burn for a couple more days. All right, that's the point I'm trying to get across, is when we unintentionally are manipulating without even realizing what we're doing, right? So it's okay. Calm down. Don't beat yourself up if that's how we really haven't been taught either, right? And this is now what we're doing. They're teaching us how to send this attention, how to become step into more of our powerful healers that we are, and these powerful beings. And they just let the love flow. That's powerful. Love responds to love. You send love to fire. It balances that fire. That fire knows what it needs to do, gets the job done maybe in a shorter amount of time, but it just creates harmonious balance to any situation. Okay? So it is that simple. But sometimes we get stumped. Why do we get stumped on simple? Everything in the higher and the upper vibrations and the upper realms are simple and very easy when we allow that love to flow. We create blocks and challenges and have to make things so darn hard when we pull back a little bit and fight with that. Okay, and then we get into our mind and thinking that we know what's best instead of allowing the Sacred Heart Center to take that command. All right, commandments, all right, are more powerful. Love, we are love. And when we send love to elements and to the earth, love responds to love. And the outcome is most definitely harmonious alignment. And this is what they keep repeating to me, is these harmonious alignment. Harmonious alignment. All right. Whatever your harmonious alignment is different than my harmonious alignment. Aha. Different for everybody, because we're unique individuals, aren't we? Okay. So know that, and I want you every day, just take 5 minutes, and you can do this several times a day, to send love and light out. Even if you hear about something, even if you're at work and you really can't take a break, you hear about something, a situation that upsets you, you can take deep breath. I find deep breaths instantly help connect. Take some deep breaths. Feel yourself grounding in. Feel the roots underneath your feet, grounding into the earth. I am connected. I am grounded. Yeah. Okay. Woo. And then just send love. I send love to this situation, and may it work out, to its highest and greatest. That's why harmonious alignment just sets it. There you go. And then you can go back on your day. How long does that take? A minute? But if you want to go deeper, give a couple more minutes. So if we train ourselves to do this with a lot of situations, and anything even that's stressful, is like, stop. I'm going to take a deep breath. I know this person means well. I love you. I'm just going to send you love. Right? If someone talks meanly to you, they're blowing off. Maybe they're venting. Take a deep breath. I could react, but I'm finding that I'm counting to 10, letting that reaction dissolve into response. And that response could be nothing, or it could just be, I'm sending love out. But I mean, it doesn't have to be a verbal response, is what I mean by nothing. It doesn't have to be a verbal response. It can just be a feeling. It can be a look. It could just be, I'm going to walk away for a few minutes. And that's okay. That helps us. Okay. All right. Now let's get into this. Now they want to do this. You can grab a map. You can pull a map up on your computer. You can visualize this. If you're really good with visualization, just visualize the world. Most definitely. Okay. And I like to use a physical map like this. Now, you can place crystal grids on top of this. Those that like to work with crystals and grids, make a Okay. All right. There we go. Whew, kind of froze for a second. All right. So take your map of the world, and I like to use a physical map because I can put crystals on top of it, make a crystal grid. Right now, I have two healing Lemurian crystals, and so I like to hold one in my hand and put one. I'm going to put it right in the center of the map. Okay. So, Chris, you stopped time. I love you. That's great. Oh, Teresa, it's okay. You can watch the replay too. Well, you're just in time for healing. We're going to send healing, okay? Just take a deep breath, Teresa. It's all right. It's okay. You're here now. That's all that matters. And this space was reserved for you. All right? Take a deep breath. Okay. Let it go. So Teresa saying get a map of the earth. All right. Or visualize the earth. If you get a physical map, like I'm just going to repeat this for Teresa, you can make crystal grids out of it. You can put other crystals on top of it. And I'm putting a Lemurian crystal on top of it right now. And I'm holding my other Lemurian crystal. And you can put other crystals all around it. You can put it on your altar. Just leave it there. And every day, just go up to it. Even if it's just for like a minute or two, and visualize healing going out in all directions. I'm going to step by step. This is how I do it. You don't have to do it the way that I do. Just be very simple. But sometimes ritual, when we do a ritual, it helps discipline us. Ritual helps discipline you into doing this every day. And it becomes faster and faster and quicker and even more powerful the more that we do that. Right? All right. So now hold on to your crystal. You visualize the earth, the whole world, or you can do a physical map, however you want to do it. This is in all directions. It's for the whole world. All right, now we're going to take 3 deep breaths. Make sure that you're sitting up for this one, okay? And that your feet are connected. You feel the roots coming out of your feet, going deep into the earth, deep into the crust that has Lemurian crystals embedded in the earth's crust. Feel it going down, 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 further, and connecting to the earth star chakra, where Serapis Bey is, and his beautiful crystal pyramid. Hello, Serapis Bey. How you doing? We're all going to be rooting into your pyramid right now. Take a couple more deep breaths. Feel yourself being totally grounded and rooted into the earth chakra, the earth star chakra. All right. So we're going to give love and gratitude to the whole, to Lady Gaia individually, Mother Earth, and to all living beings. Bring yourself to right where you are, right here, right now. And in all directions, we're going to grant from our Sacred Heart Center, let that love flow past you, your house, to your neighbors, to your neighborhood, to your community. Feel this vibration pulsating. We're going to expand it out to your city, to your town, now to your state. You've got some powerful healers because it's moving fast. That's great. All right. Now out into your country, you're in. And now we're just going to continue to expand and send this high vibrational love, this cosmic heart healing out in all directions, continuing on to encompass the whole world. in all directions, dimensions, vibrations, and realms. Only peace, love, and harmony resides here in this sacred space, in this sacred healing space. Now we're going to expand this out even further. We're going to expand this out into the universe, the cosmos. Ooh, you might even see some stars twinkling. Dragons are already joining us. Now I see unicorns. Unicorns are assisting. Ooh. We are one, we are one, we are one. Again, only peace, love, and harmony resides here in this sacred, sacred, sacred space. And when it's done, it's to set it, like to use a lightning bolt. It is done, it is done, it is done. From the heavens to the earth, it is done. It is set. The healing is set for this healing session. Anytime you're sending healing out, whether it's a bubble, it's a sacred circle. It's a sacred, sacred space, isn't it? And we're just pushing that sacred, 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 safe place out in all directions. Woo! Now, come back fully into your body. I know a lot of us may want to just stay in the stars and play. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips. Put down your Lemurian crystals if you're using Lemurian crystals, because it's done. It's done. They've done their job. Whoo! Woo! Oh, you held your hands. How do your hands feel? My hands are really hot. You hold something cold here. Woo. Yeah, your hands can be hot and vibrating, right? Your whole body can be vibrating. It's the whole energy is vibrating. You can do this as many times as you want to during the day. Chris, my crystal was just throbbing. Yes, yes. You feel that difference when we anchor in to the Earth's crust, which has Lemurian crystals, and then we use Lemurian crystals. We become like this energy rod, don't we? Woo! Powerful. Light you up. If you don't have a Lemurian crystal, you can use a clear quartz crystal or amethyst, or like I said, a citrine, but you really want to feel that jolt. Put on your list of having a Lemurian crystal come to you, and it will. Okay. My dragon was next to me. Yes, Robin, so was mine. So I was like there with us when we were expanding out and out. And then when we went to the universe and the cosmos, I could see surrounding the earth, the unicorn. Now, the unicorns will look like these little bright stars sometimes, or you can see them as unicorns, however you visualize them. So it's, they're very powerful. Just makes you so happy. So goofy happy. That's a natural high right there. Let me tell you, nothing beats that natural goofy high, right? Okay. Woo, excuse me. All right. So now we're coming into just ask a really brief and short question. If any of you would like to ask a question, please, you can put your question in the comment. Amy, first time I ever felt one of my crystals vibrate. Wow. Very good, Amy. See? Now, the crystals that you have used are now programmed for healing. So don't use those for channeling, for meditating, for just trying to get information or insight for yourself. Don't use that for that. Set that aside, just only for Okay. Yeah, for your healing. My goodness, you get so. Okay. All right. All right. So making sure I'm fully back in my body as well. So if you have a question, you can ask a question. Okay. And as I say that, I'm getting notifications that people are visiting the website and joining the healing list. How about that? Isn't that synchronicity? They feel healing going out. And whoever it was that is signing up for that, you got it. You got it. Healing is going wherever it's needed. Yeah. I feel us all, we're just vibrating. It's so beautiful. We'll just take a moment with this. And you do this. Like I said, there's days I have to do it 3 or 4 times a day. It's never just one time anymore. It used to be in the past, okay, a ceremony like in the morning and that would last all day. That's not the case anymore now. As we are expanding, ascending, it's, wow. It is just really, really powerful what's happening, powerful times that we're in. Okay? So it's, wow. Some things are moving at a very faster and more powerful rate than ever before. All right. So we'll have the spirit teachers, the star teachers. Everyone is of course still here and in place. Ask a question for your higher self. Do you have anything happen to you? Did you have anything happen to you on Eclipse Friday? Yeah, you know, it's interesting that you say that as I drop a crystal. The Eclipse Friday, the full moon in the eclipse, that was just very, very intense. I really, okay, so this is how it was explained to me, because yeah, Friday, all right, a lot of us are going to feel this way as we are continuing to ascend. We actually feel right now, those of us who are ascending, we feel the pull of those that don't want to ascend. It actually feels like we have this alternate reality at the same time of ours. And it's true. So what we have is the third dimension right beside the fifth dimension and higher, because we're all now in fifth dimension. All right. And even if it's the beginning of, we're all in 5D. Okay. So it seems like we're living parallel universes with the third dimension in one lane and the 5D in the other lane, right? But they're still entwined to some degree. And what's happening right now, all right, is it's not becoming untangled. No, you can't untangle that, the quantum entanglement, so to speak, right? We're healing that 3D. And I know it's like, okay, it's going to implode on itself. Absolutely. As far as what I mean by the implosion, it falls down on it, shakes up, it falls. Corrupt businesses, politics, anything is just not going to work anymore. And it's just going to collapse. So it's a collapse of anything that was keeping us from our higher self, burns off and is transformed into this high vibrational energy. So then we just all merge into the 5D. All right. So that type of energy is always transformed, reused for a higher purpose. It doesn't just go away. You don't destroy energy like that. Okay. So we are healing it and resolving it. And that is very powerful. That's the work that we're doing. But it feels like, and this Friday, Chris, to answer your question, was the first time when I really felt like we weren't connected, where I could really feel that separation of us, where it feels like we're pulling apart. But that's the illusion. The more we pull apart, the more we're really coming back together, right? Remember that. So that was wild. That was trippy. So I'm glad you asked about that. And I feel like work is 3D and home is 5D. Yes. So see, we're still living like in this dual realities, aren't we? A lot of us are having to do that. And those that get to stay home or work from home, or it doesn't matter, you're not free from that. You still have to go out and deal with society. So there's no escaping it. Right? Okay, so let me see. Robin, I took pictures of the sun last Sunday because I could see something floating around. I captured this glowing blue light being. Looked like an angel in lots of pictures. What do you think? You're catching, well, yes, it could be a blue angel. Blue angel. Could be a blue angel. The blue beings. Blue light beings. I don't like to say ETs, but are whether they're star teachers or star beings. More and more of us too are going to have more and more experiences with I don't like to use the term ETs, star teachers, our ancestors, our star ancestors, the Intergalactic Council of Light, these light beings, okay? And there are the blue people. They really are. I'm trying to remember where they came from. Is it the Palladians? I think it's the Palladians. The stargates. We have stargates around the Earth, and they are there running these stargates. So that's why I feel what you saw actually. They're going to be moving in more and more and more. And I saw that an article about how UFOs probably aren't using space to travel. They're using like these portals or other type of energetic, I don't want to say wormholes, but portals, all right, to travel in. And absolutely, they're using these portals to travel. They don't, all the beings that I've communicated with, they don't have a ship. They just, you think you want to be somewhere and you're there. Or it's just a very subtle, and it's not thinking like we think. You have to understand their mind and their sacred heart center, their soul. Everything is all one and work in harmony with each other. And it's like, I'm going to be here and they're there. They do travel through, they use the energy lines, just like birds. Birds uses the wind stream to float. All right. So it's the energy stream that they are riding to get from one place to another. That's how angels work. That's the orbs. That's how they travel. So, right. We do have still some high technology 3D beings living on this earth, under the earth or underground, or in places of the world that's, under ice that you would think that there's nothing there. They use ships or deep in the oceans, right, deep, because they don't even know. Science they can't go all the way down. They don't know what's there. We don't have that kind of equipment. There could be a whole different civilization. They're correcting me, a whole different civilization that lives deep down in the water. All right, and they have ships to maneuver this dense 3D energy, maneuver through it, right? So, and then we see in the sky, we think people are coming from space to us. No, they don't need to use those. All the power that we have is within us, not outside of us. High vibrational beings, beautiful, pure light. In our light bodies, we are very, very powerful. We just can't comprehend that. Not yet, but we're getting more and more and more into it. Just stay open-minded. Chris, it was just a small tumbled amethyst. But Amy, amethysts are very powerful too. Yeah, that's right, Annette, you felt it. Yeah. Amy, we see in your comments, having trouble commenting, but trying. I can see you, Amy. We see you. We see you. We feel you. You're sitting in sacred circle with us. Oh, wow. This is very powerful, wasn't it? I love it. And know that we do this, and I ask you to do this, because every day, Puerto Rico got hit with another earthquake. What is that, like 10 earthquakes in a row? I mean, it's just we've lost count. It's, we feel sorry for the living beings that are there, whether it's humans, animals. Are you sad about plant life and trees and things like that? But just please know that they all agreed to it. On a soul level, they agreed to be a part of that. And it doesn't mean that we become desensitized to it. No, it's just in love and light. Don't think, don't overthink, don't judge. Just send love and light out. Robin, yes, reminds me of the Abyss movie. Absolutely. But I really feel there's a lot of truth to that. Yep. Then there was even the, I don't know if you saw this movie, it was just recently. The one about, was it Sharkgate? No. It's the really big ancient shark. I can't even think of it now. Meg? What?
Megalodon. Meg.
Oh, Megalodon. Yes, thank you, Boo. That was on it broke, like there was this membrane or something that separated the really deep underworld underwater it comes up into our waters, and it was that really huge ancient shark. I mean, it was really pretty cool. I mean, it was like, oh, okay, that's believable, But anyway, they have these energetic boundaries, right? So it's we are not, and this is what we are realizing, we are not such a dominant force like we think, like old thinking, like humanity was. No, we are part of all living beings here. Okay, so look up that one, Meg, Robin. Check that one out. You may like it, and let me know how you like that one. Okay, so this just went by so fast. I am very grateful for each and every one of you. Yes, Sarah saw. I love that movie, right, Sarah? So I am grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for finding me, for joining me. And this is where we're going to be every week. Okay. So I do believe I was reading that if you've put your email address in, it's easy to get in. Once you put your email address in, you get right into it. And if you use the same browser, your same device, computer, whatever, it gets you in much quicker. So it should be easy to get to. I love this because only those who are going to sit in our sacred circle will be joining us. So that's beautiful. So have a great week ahead. Many blessings to each and every one of you. Remember, you're powerful healers and light workers, and let's send this love and light out in all directions. Many blessings to each and every one of you.